we are approaching Valentine's Day. We're just a couple of days away. And so I want to show you the perfect night out makeup with your sweet Valentine. Now, this is not going to be a makeup video tutorial of how to do a sexy, sultry, smoky eye because I decided this year to keep all of you guys in mind. And I don't know about your mate, but my husband, he always compliments me and says that I look my best after I wash my face before I come to bed, and I'm just completely natural. So I'm not going to go without makeup, but I am going to do a very simple, natural, feminine look for your night out with all of our guys in mind. So the colors I'm going to be using are really beautiful, soft, dusty pinks, and then we're going to highlight our crease with some neutral brown tones. So the first thing that I'm going to use is a MAC eyeshadow, and it's called A Wish Come True, and this was a limited edition, but let's see if I can find my Naked palette. Let me show you what this looks like, okay? In the Naked palette, there is a color that's really similar, and you can either use the Toasted or you can use Sin, and they are both just really pretty, dusty, soft pinks. So I have already primed my lid. Make sure my brush is free of all of their color here. So I'm just going to take this beautiful pink and I'm going to start applying it all over my lid because this is going to be my base color. And I'm just going to go right up, just barely up over the crease. And you can see it's just a really soft, pretty, neutral pink. Okay. So especially if you have blue eyes, it's going to look gorgeous, but it's also going to look really nice on brown eyes. If you have green eyes, I would recommend using a really soft violet color. Violet goes beautifully with green. So use like a really soft muted lilac, or you can even just do the same look with your neutral tones as well. So now that we have our base color on, I'm going to highlight that pink just a little bit. And this is another MAC eyeshadow. It's from their Mineralize line. It's a Duo Mineralize. And this is called Odd Couple. And I'm going to use the light color. It's got some pinks and violets and golds. And you're just going to put that right in the center just to add a little bit of light to brighten the eye. Let me zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see better. There we go. And then we're going to start adding our neutral tones, and I'm going to use my Naked palette for this, and I'm going to use the color Naked. It's a very neutral, soft brown, and this is what I'm going to use just to highlight the crease. And I'm going to go all the way in and stop where my brow starts, and then go to the outer corner and blend it in with that pink a little bit. Okay, so that our crease is just a little bit better defined. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. One thing I'm going to show you here real quickly too, I'm not going to line very much, but most of us, our eyes are either a little bit different shape or a little bit different size. And for me, this eye is a little bit smaller than this eye. So I'm going to compensate for that using liner so that my eyes are more uniform in their size. So you can see how soft and beautiful that is. Then for the lining on the bottom, instead of using a liner or using a dark color, I'm going to use a really soft brown, and this is from my Naked palette as well. And I'm going to use the color Buck. And I'm just going to take my domed shadow brush, and we're just going to very, very lightly line underneath. And we'll go up. We always want those colors to touch. So it's just very, very soft. we go. And then for liner, I am going to, somewhere in my gigantic container of eyeliners is my MAC. Actually, I'm going to use my Too Faced Lava Gloss, and this is in chocolate. I love this color because it blends really, really well. So I'm just going to line, and this is the eye that is a little bit smaller. So the line that I'm going to make is going to be really, really small. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to enhance my lash line a little bit. Let me see. Need to pull my eyes taut a little bit more here as we age, and I am 35. My lids have gotten a little bit crepey. And then I'm going to take the same eyeliner brush that I just used, and I'm just going to smudge that line out a little bit so it's really soft. Okay, so all we did is we enhanced our lash line. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. And then again, we're going to smudge. There we go. And then just to enhance the lashes a little bit more, we're going to take that same chocolate brown liner and we're going to go right underneath the lashes. And again, for the lips, we are going to use minimal lip color because the last thing guys want to do when they go in to give their beautiful wife a kiss is to get gross gloss all over the place. So I'm just going to take a really beautiful, soft, shimmery lipstick. And this is by, I think this is, yeah, this is by Revlon. And it's their Color Burst. And this is in Sugar Frosting. And it's just going to give your lips a tiny, tiny bit of color and a little bit of light to enhance your pout. So this is our beautiful Valentine's Day makeup look for the loves of your life. And they love you for who you are. They love you with your natural beauty. So don't worry about getting too dolled up and putting on a bunch of makeup because this is how they really like you. So now stay tuned for part 2 of this video. And it's all for you ladies who like to get glammed up and dolled up for a fun girls' night out. Bye. Okay, ladies, so here we are for part 2 of our Valentine's Day makeup video. And this is the part where I'm going to get all glammed out to go out for a night on the town with my girlfriends. So basically, I'm going to take the same look as I had in the part 1 of this video, and we're just going to enhance it with a little bit more color and a little bit more jazz. So the first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with some black liner. I'm using my black gel liner. This is Fluid Line and Black Track by MAC, of course. And I'm going to line right above my lashes. And I'm going to make this a little bit thicker and fuller out towards the ends. I think you guys can see that okay. Now I do have lash extensions on, and so I'm going to have to really extend my line a little bit here. Okay, and then what you want to do is I'm going to take a matte black shadow, and this is in my Naked 2 palette. I'm just going to use the color Blackout, and I'm going to take my domed brush, and I'm going to go right over that line, but at the outer corner, I'm just going to amp it up a little bit. And we're going to make this Nice and dark and thick at the end. Don't worry about being too neat because we're just going to go over and we're going to blend it out. But to blend it out, I'm then going to take this color. It's called Tease. And I'm going to go right over the top of that and push it up into the crease. So you can see how much more defined everything is already looking. I'm going to take a little bit of the black out and go right over the top of that for just a little bit more depth and definition. And you don't want to go too far up with your darkest color in the crease. You want to go up no more than about a third of the way. So now we'll go ahead and we'll do this on the other side. Now, this eye is actually smaller than this eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the line not quite as thick so that the difference in my eye size isn't as obvious. I don't know if anybody else really notices it, but I always do. Okay, and then again, I'm going to take that black shadow and I'm going to go over the top. And I'm not going to bring it in quite as far because, again, this eye is a little bit smaller. Then I'm going to take my fluffy brush with that same color Tease and blend that into the outer edge and bring it up into the crease. And then we'll take a little bit of the black and we'll darken it just a little bit more. Okay, so you can see now both of my eyes look a little bit more even. Then to finish this look off, we're going to take the same gel liner and we're going to go underneath the eye, not too heavy. And I'm just going to line my waterline with this color. And then we'll take the blackout shadow and we're going to go right underneath the lashes with this. And like I always say, make sure that these two lines on the top and on the bottom meet. Okay, and then we're going to take a neutral brown, and this is going to be from my Naked palette. We're going to use the color Buck, and we're going to do the inside just to create a little bit more smoke and define the lower part of the eye a little bit better. And then we're going to repeat the process on the other side. Again, just staying right on that water line is to not make this look too heavy. I have to keep going back and forth between my two palettes here. And then again, this is the eye that's a little bit smaller. So I'm going to really make sure that my line isn't quite as thick and heavy as it is on the other side. And then we're going to take that brown color again and bring it to the inner corner of the lower lash line. And then we'll blend the black and the brown together. So I'll bring this up a little bit closer so you guys can really see the definition of this look. Okay? Now for lips with this one, we're going to do a really beautiful pink lip, but it's going to have more color and we're going to add some really great gloss to the top. So for this, I'm going to use the Color Stay Mineral Gloss by Revlon, and this is in, let's see, Endless Lilac, which is a beautiful, beautiful color for this. I love these glosses by Revlon. The only thing that I hate is they taste and smell really gross. They need to add some kind of like a vanilla flavoring or something because they just don't taste good. So then over the top of this, I'm going to take a really beautiful sparkly pink gloss, and this is the Infallible Gloss. And this is this Revlon too? No, this is L'Oreal. And this is in the color Blush. And we're just going to put this right on the Cupid's bone in the center of the mouth. So it's just going to add some shimmer and shine. Okay. Now for the cheeks, we want a little bit pinker cheek for this. And I love cream blushes, especially in the winter months, because oftentimes in the winter our skin is drier anyways, and so a lot of powder tends to look kind of cakey and just enhances our dry skin. So what I'm going to do, we'll take our cream blush, and then I'm going to take my all natural cream highlighter, and this is by RMS Beauty. This stuff is amazing. I'm so in love with this product right now. So I'm just going to mix the two together, and then we're going to put it right on the apple of our cheek. And I know it looks like really bright at first, but you just keep blending, keep blending, keep blending. And then I'm going to use my blush brush to kind of fan it out a little bit. Oh, and we got some hairs. Hi, baby. Here's my sweet Valentine now coming to check out mommy doing her makeup. Hi. Okay, so there we have our beautiful pink cheeks. And you are ready to go out for a night of fun with your girlfriends. Or, hey, if this is the kind of look that your man loves, then you're good to go there too. So I hope that you have a wonderful, sweet Valentine's Day with your loved ones. And we'll see you soon for our spring trend videos.